I'm Tom Baker, this is Chasing Cars, and with me in wild camouflage is the Audi Q9 prototype. The existence of the Audi Q9 has kind of been one of the industry's worst kept secrets for the last year or so, because Audi has had prototypes that look just like this running around on the streets of Europe and the United States as it finishes preparations on one of its biggest swings in years. An SUV to sit above the Q7 in the lineup, and in my opinion, a model that effectively replaces the Audi A8 as the flagship at Audi. Why? Because buyers, especially in North America and in China, but also in Europe and Australia, are gravitating towards big SUVs like the Mercedes GLS and BMW X7 as their pick of something really luxurious and big enough for the family. Audi had to be there, the Q7 was too small. Today, we get our very first look at the Q9 prototype. So let's have a little walk around the exterior and I'll tell you what I can. But first, I'll let you know that later this year, you will see the car without camouflage, so make sure you're subscribed. Chasing Cars, honest reviews of your next car. Brought to you by Budget Direct. This is a bit of a funny video because we're seeing this car at a very early stage and there's a lot of things I'm not allowed to say yet, a lot of things I'm not allowed to name, but features that perhaps you might be able to see on screen, even though I can't articulate the name of it. What we see here is the interior concept that will go into production for the Audi Q9. While this car is technically the Q9 prototype, this looks and feels much like a finished cabin. We are looking at what Audi says is the tech deck here that spans the length and breadth of the dashboard and incorporates a big piece of piano black here in the center with a driver's screen framed by the steering wheel and a larger OLED touchscreen in the center. Now this is very similar to what we've already seen in the new Audi A5 and the Q5. What's different about the Q9 is how sumptuous the materials are. What I can tell you from what I'm seeing in front of me right now is that this is a bit of a return to things like leather lining to the door tops and the dash, while Audi's also incorporated some softer, more organic materials here on the dashboard, just above the owner's choice of inlay. Now this particular Q9 prototype has a carbon fiber inlay, so it has probably more of a sporting persona. That's probably something that you would suggest too about the steering wheel, which is leather wrapped and perforated and has a flat bottom and has an S on it. We also have the physical controls on the wheel. They've made a return along with scroll wheels, so feedback is evidently being taken aboard about some of the ways Audi interiors are interacted with. One interesting thing though is that the sort of relatively small cup holder opening from the Q7 has been retained here. However, we look forward at a really clever feature, and that is wireless chargers here, where you'll see your phone snaps to it. Again, a feature I probably can't name, but I can certainly show you that effect. Quite nice. The seats that we're sitting on here are very tall in terms of bolstering and sportiness, a light grey in this car with both integrated ambient lighting and also speakers from Bang & Olufsen all around the car, including just above my shoulders here. I will be able to tell you what that's like to experience at a later date, but just know that it's in the car. The driving position is also commanding, probably more like something like a Range Rover than a Q7. I can see right across the bonnet. I can see the bulge of the bonnet in front of me. I can see huge mirrors and muscular shoulders running down behind me. This car is targeted strongly at North America. I think that comes across in some of the design choices. Shall we have a look at row 2? Low sills, despite the physical size of the Q9, make it easy to step into. And it's relatively easy to close the door too, even for small children. In this 3-row vehicle, you can see that quite a wide space has been left to walk between the seats here to the 3rd row. But you may assume that it might be optional to sub out these captain's chairs for a more conventional bench. Here in the back, you are looking forward at this very wide seat in front of us, but overall there's good visibility and the cabin feels large and airy. This sunroof here has configurable translucency and it also opens, but what it doesn't have is a physical blind. That means it's become thinner, increasing the headroom. And you can see for myself, again, at 183 centimeters or 6 foot, I've got plenty of leg room, good headroom, good shoulder room, again, it feels like a relatively big vehicle. Some nice features integrated back here as well that you can see on screen now. Quad zone climate control, lots of air vents blowing fresh cold air back here, and spaces for odds and ends about the cabin of the Q9. Is the third row adult sized? Let's check it out. We can make it a little bit easier to get into the back. You can either fold up these armrests or actually quite easily, you can just pop it out. Some people would prefer to get rid of those entirely, especially if you're going to have kids clambering into the back on a regular basis. I'm no longer a kid, but I fit back here. And that's actually without moving this seat forward at all. So even with the seat in its rearmost position, I can squeeze in. But with that enormous legroom in the second row, you can push that forward and make this a little bit more accommodating for people of my size. Here at the front, we can obviously see the illuminated large Audi rings, which sit quite high on the bonnet of the Q9. And that bonnet is clearly quite tall. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I'm 183 centimeters. Use me as a bit of a guide. The grille is large and it also has this inset lighting effect, which means the grille is lit as the car sits and moves. We've got a big broad opening here at the front. And as we start coming down the side profile, you get a bit of a feel for the size and the bulk and the muscle of the Audi Q9. We've got big wheels and tires sitting here. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to give away too many specific facts and figures, so we'll just have to go with a bit of a vibe. But you can also see something the Q7 never had, and that is standoff roof rails up here, which gives a real heightening effect to the Q9. Big, strong, muscular shoulders, maybe a slight hint of X7 from this angle here to my eyes. But then we come around the back and again, we find a shape that isn't too familiar to something like the current Audi Q7. And that is a big, bold, relatively simple rear end. You can clearly see a full width light bar and also lighting on the Audi rings here. Also pay attention to the position of the number plate. We can contrast that to the current Audi Q7. You can tell that's a bit of a design choice that's been made to beef up and really emphasize the stance of the Q9 here at the back. A couple of other cool little details that we can see here at the back of the Q9 prototype is these tail lights, which are based on some future Audi light technology, which we might hear more about later this year. The other thing which you might like to do is count the number of tailpipes on this vehicle. We have a power tailgate, I think that's uncontroversial to name, which opens up to reveal a boot that is clearly quite a bit more spacious than the current Q7. And of course, that rear row will fold electrically too. So that's our first look at the prototype version of the incoming Audi Q9. What we know for sure, this vehicle is happening and we will see it in production form later. So make sure that you're subscribed for that. Today, what we've been able to look at is the basic exterior form of the Q9 and its interior. Let me know your thoughts about those features down below in the comments. Personally, interested to see what this vehicle is like when we're able to unwrap the crazy camouflage. Those are my thoughts. Please share yours. And as always, thank you for watching Chasing Cars.